GFLR Biocenter presents modern biotechnologies for various sectors of the national economy. The project is a national product that is now being implemented has become possible thanks to the creation of a completely new technology for the reproduction of the microalgae. Chlorella is a unique unicellular algae that has no analogies. Chlorella's age is 2.5 billion years. It is assumed that it was brought to the ground with space objects such as meteorites, and participated in the creation of this oxygen atmosphere that we now have due to the property of absorbing carbon dioxide and emitting oxygen. Conditions of the appearance of a food product based on the suspension of Chlorella microalgae were first created. This made it possible to preserve the richest biochemical composition, to increase the reproduction rate of microalgae by 4 to 5 times, and significantly reduce the cost of the product and make it accessible to all segments of the population. The organization of a prevention system based on drugs from Chlorella will save mankind from many diseases. Chlorella is used for the prevention, treatment and recovery from strokes, heart attacks, restores the nerve tissue of the body. Thinning blood straightens the walls of blood vessels, prevent atherosclerosis. Chlorella contains beta-carotene, which destroys cancer cells and improves the process in the immune system, destroying cancer in the initial stages. Chlorella also contains substances such as the antibiotic chlorelline and arachidonic acid. They affect the production of interferon and inhibit various viral and bacterial diseases. Pigments are present in chlorella without which living organism cannot synthesize enzymes. The most obvious pigment is chlorophyll, which is called green gold. In the presence of iron, chlorophyll enters the bloodstream, saturates the blood with oxygen and is covered to hemoglobin. The main levels that chlorella processes are body detoxification and a powerful effect on the human immune system. Cleaning and detoxification of the body, then using a suspension of chlorella, is especially noticeable in hazardous industries. Chlorella removes heavy metal from the body: mercury, cadmium, lead, arsenic, and others. In narcology, it is used for the prevention and treatment of acute neurological and alcohol intoxication. In sport, chlorella allows athletes to recover quickly from several injuries and illnesses, maintain and restore their athletic form, and quickly remove from the body the intensification products of lactic and uric acids, and occur in athletes from heavy and prolonged stress during training and competition. Chlorella is a common detoxifier that cleanses the liver, kidneys, and blood from toxins. Among other things, chlorella affects the normalization of blood sugar. Chlorella is mainly produced in the form of powders and tablets and gels. Why we decided to use chlorella as a suspension? Firstly, then drying the main amount of nutrients is lost. Secondly, concomitant and pathogenic microflora prevent the release of suspension of chlorella for human. Scientists of our company have developed technologies to produce chlorella suspension as a food product that meets all sanitary and microbiological standards. In this case, the whole spectrum of biologically valuable substances synthesized by Chlorella is completely preserved and their digestibility is significantly improved. For several years, scientists and designers of our company have created elements of the technology of reproduction, the Chlorella microalgae. A number of original solutions are involved in the technological chain, which resulted in the creation of an industrial technology for the reproduction of microalgae. The task of the laboratory is the preparation, storage, and uterine culture and the cultivation of the inoculant for the industrial installation. A bioculture is prepared in microboxing, where the primary cultivation of the uterine culture takes place, samples of which are stored in an appropriate temperature. Next is the growth of the inoculant in various containers and installations. The key to the production of pure uterine culture and inoculant is the strictest observance of the microbiological and sanitary safety. At our enterprise, this process has been perfected. Water from the water supply is fed through filters that purify the water from chlorine and calcium. Next, the water is supplied through instantaneous water heater that heats the water to at least 25 degrees Celsius into the installation for electric activation of water. In electroactivation installation, water is separated into catalyte and analyte. Then activated, certain currents and voltages are used to obtain the desired pH and ORP values. To reproduce chlorella, catalyte is used, which is biostimulate and significantly accelerated growth and the division. Then activated water is fed into the photobioreactor. Carbon dioxide and the nutrient medium are supplied to the installation together with electroactivated water. Culture media is autoclaved and prepared separately to each photoperiod, and according to the proven scheme, they are automatically introduced into the photobioreactor through dispensers. A suspension inoculate prepared in the laboratory is supplied to the photobioreactor in the amount of 10% of the reactor volume. The photobioreactor completes the production cycle of chlorella reproduction. Despite the apparent simplicity, the reactor has a number of design features and excellent linear solutions, which increasing the biomass of microalgae, creates the necessary light regime for cell growth and division. That is one of the main factors in increasing the rate of reproduction of the microalgae. Our scientists and designers use the ability of electromagnetic waves to influence the suspension of pathogenic microflora. A system and installation of industrial bioresonance has been created that allows at different stages of food production to get rid not only of pathogenic but also of contaminated microflora that impedes the growth of chlorella. This made it possible to create almost laboratory conditions for the release of the final product and significantly improve the quality of products and shelf life. Bottling is carried out in containers of various sizes of PET bottles that don't allow oxygen. The second version of the final product is chlorella homogenized. The result of the project is a national product, a wellness drink Geoflor, which is expected not only in the hazardous industries, in the army, in sports clubs and sections, but also in every family. The implementation of the National Product Project has influenced the possibility of using the chlorella microalgae in many industries due to its cost reduction. Due to this, it became possible to establish biotechnological production of competitive chlorella preparations for medicine, cosmetics, perfumes, fine chemical technologies, and especially for agriculture. Our company is ready to produce a suspension of chlorella microalgae for any industries and any volumes. Author of the microalgae reproduction technology of chlorella Kotlovker Ilya Fedorovich.